Welcome back to the Construction in Kenya with me, Edward J. Makalo. Today we are going to be looking at gender diversification in the construction industry. And today I have a special guest. With me is the one and only Grace Kimotho. How are you, Grace?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you
Good
after
to
a
see
long
you.
while.
Good to see you too. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, so could you tell us who you are and what you do and who is Grace generally?
Okay. I'm Grace Kimotho. I am a few months short of being a graduate architect. I'm in my final semesters of school. What else? I am a young upcoming architect in
Nice.
Nairobi.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good. So what drew you to architecture?
What drew me to architecture
Yeah.
is thinking about an opportunity to make the world a better place. I mean, like looking at all the amazing skylines that we have out there.
Uh-huh.
I feel like architecture gives one an opportunity to actually create, and more often than not, create something beautiful.
Okay. Did you have like role models when you're growing up to the point that you decided like, I want to be like so and so, or was it just, an intrinsic dream, like your own dream?
In terms of role model, I wouldn't say yeah, because I didn't think I will end up doing architecture, but I'm thinking about it right now. For instance, like our home,
All right.
we moved in there while it was like almost a quarter way done. So most of the construction happened while we were living there. So I think I was exposed to construction more like from since when I was young, and it was interesting. I didn't know I liked it that much, but now growing up and realizing myself more, I felt the construction was a field I would fit in. So then now having that in mind, then now that gave birth to me doing architecture.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
At the moment, right now in the construction industry, there is a lot of talk when it comes to gender diversification, and generally, it's a male-dominated field. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So there was a survey which was done with Borax on 2012, and what the survey, said is like only 6% of the construction professionals are actually female. So when you got to this industry, what was your experience? Did you experience the male domination? How were you able to maneuver with all that?
First, I agree with what you're saying, that it is quite male dominated. For instance, like even in school, like being in a class of 30 girls out of 120, that's like a quarter. Yeah, you really feel the male presence, but how has my experience been? It has been okay. I think the numbers, of course, yeah, they're quite worrying. Like, why aren't we having more women joining in? But my experience so far has been great. I wouldn't say I have had the extreme challenges that other women face in male-dominated fields. So, like for me, I'd say I've had a good experience.
So when you were in class, do you feel like you had to work harder than your male counterparts? How was it, in the classroom?
It was not particularly hard, and I didn't feel the pressure to work harder. But I think constantly feeling like now, if this is just school, how much more is it out there? Like now, will most of the people I interact with get to be guys a lot? Also, something else that comes up is, I think even now, most of our lecturers being guys, you also feel like, will I get like a suitable role model? Like, are there other people out there who have morphed this path for us? So of course, once in a while you feel sort of scared, quote unquote, that like, are there other women winging it? Why aren't there other like more girls doing this? But yeah, just wing it somehow.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, there's one fact about Grace and I which you have to know, is that was it on 2018 we were both interns in one firm, the Directorate of Building Services Judiciary, and I was reflecting to this, and I realized that in the office the females were actually fewer than men.
Yeah,
there were about around was it four around four.
Possible,
Yeah. So what other challenges have you faced in the construction industry as a woman? and you've been able to you know?
I think the biggest challenge is usually like where your bosses feel that because you're a woman they need to give you lighter duties. I see where they're coming from, but honestly, like, don't see why I shouldn't be sent to site. If there's a site visit or a site inspection, I think I am equally up to the task compared to my male counterparts. Other challenges of being a woman. I know from some of my friends, of course, I know there's a bit of harassment here and there and bullying, but now that cuts across every other field. But now probably this being a male-dominated field, you're probably to go through that a lot more. I don't know if, I think this one also cuts across many other fields. Sometimes you feel like you don't have as much authority, because even if I was to be sent to site and the site has 90% of fundis who are guys, I see how it can be hard, like giving them instructions, like family. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to look like you are very, like you want to be, you still want to feel like you're still a woman, like even when giving such instructions. So yeah.
That's good. So have you okay, so there is two ways of looking at this situation. Gender diversification is that there is on the negative side is that, you know, you experience sexism, right?
Yeah.
But also on the bright side, have you gotten instances where you've received, you know, opportunities just because, you know, you're a woman and, you know, people are really, you know, like cheering you on because, you know, you are, you know, few of you, and you actually get, you know, opportunities, you know, to jobs, to projects, to all that. Have you really, you know, gotten opportunities out of that?
Yes, not like very, not like I was given an opportunity only because I'm a woman. Of course, I am a woman who is qualified.
Yes,
so there are, of course, a few offices that want to have sort of a gender balance. So because we are not very many females in this, so you, like, a few opportunities come and they encourage women to apply. So in such opportunities, if both of us applied, I think I'd have a higher chance than that. Also, this is a very subjective statement from me, but I think women are naturally better planners than guys. Like how we are wired as homemakers, I believe like women are able to plan better. So I believe there are few employers who prefer women in terms of, because especially like even in the office where I'm at right now, when there's an interior design task, I just feel like it's usually pushed towards the ladies. They feel like we have a sense of aesthetics and fine finish that might be lacking in guys. I don't know how, that's why I said it's subjective, but yeah, there are times that you feel that because you're a woman, you're given this. And also, what else? I think those are the ones that come to mind right now.
Okay. Is there a profession, a female professional in the architectural, you know, world here in Kenya that you look up to, especially like the likes of Emma Milonyo?
Yeah, there are quite a number of female architects that I look up to. Not much, because now accessing them has become relatively hard, since now there are also few, and now as the years go, somehow we keep, like, the women industry keeps growing, but we have organizations like the Women in Real Estate, so they have monthly meetups. So in such spaces, I believe you're able to find women, but somehow I think I have not been keen in finding like a specific female architect that I look up to. But even from my lecturers, there are a few that I admire, there are a few that I follow even outside class, but I think I have like one African architect, I think that's still closer home. She's from Malawi, she's called Mariam.
Wow.
I really look up to her, and I feel like she has really carved out that path. She was the first female president for the architecture institution. And yeah, that's like one who I look up to.
Okay, so since definitely the industry needs a lot more, you know, females, you know, coming out and joining in the industries. So what recommendations would you give so that you know, the industry is able, you know, to create a conducive environment, you know, for the females?
Recommendations. I think I would.
Are there enough organizations that are supporting women in the construction industry?
I think day by day they keep coming up, and they're there, but I think probably they're not put out there as much as they should be. But there are quite a number that have really given like women in this field a space to meet with each other, share our challenges, encourage each other, just network with each other. I think that's good. I don't think I have an outright recommendation that I'd give, but probably so maybe to the guys in this male-dominated industry to be more respectful to the women, to be more, like, to extend grace some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, which is the most interesting project you worked on since you came to this architecture world?
I have done one sustainable project that we did with containers in Kitisuru.
Amazing.
It was, I don't know, for some reason it really stood out for me, although even the client we were working for is someone in the environment. So we were very keen on conserving the environment. We were very keen on being very mindful of, like, there was very little wastage. I think sustainability generally as a concept is something that I really like applying in my projects where it's possible.
Amazing. Sustainability, that's something we should note if you are in the construction industry. So finally, what piece of advice you would give to the young people there, if someone is looking at us right now, they're in high school and they're about to join university, and they are thinking whether to come into the construction industry, either as an architect or engineer. What is the one piece of advice you'd give them?
I think if you want it, go for it, come for it. This is this industry has, like, it just helps us make the world a better place somehow, like from the richest developers to the grassroots level people that you will build houses for, assuming you're doing sort of a low-cost project or any other. I think it gives you an opportunity to make the world a better place for others. So don't shy away from it. Of course, there are current trends that could be discouraging, but those of us who are here right now, we are trying to make it a better place, even for those who will come after us. Plus, also you coming, you're able to partner with us in demystifying all the constructs that are currently existing on the industry, and generally just go for your dreams. If that's what you want, don't shy away from it.
Good stuff, good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for us. So maybe finally you can share your social media handles if you have, and also maybe your email if someone there needs to commission you with a project or something in design.
Okay. Yeah. So my email will be on the description bar, but for the socials, currently I don't have any active socials. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for being here, Grace. Okay, that will be all today. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.